Build Pioneers, a series where the viewers become the protagonists. Each week I pick a weapon and you guys have to brainstorm the weirdest build that actually works for the weapon. Every Wednesday I try your weapon live on my stream and with whatever build you sent me, and then I rank it depending on its originality and effectiveness. We have finally reached the current episode of Build Pioneers, which means today there will be the newest episode of Build Pioneers live on my Twitch channel happening as this video goes out. If you want to watch that, click the link in the description in order to watch it live. This was a special episode because there were featured 2 weapons instead of 1, since the Despairing Cannon is not owned by everyone and the Exergis could have been used instead of it in order to showcase your build. Also, this episode took a bit longer to come out than usual because my real life Kavatan had some issues and I had to take care of him. Hope you guys enjoy this episode regardless, and I hope to see you by the stream on the live episode. First up, we have Divine. Highly recommend Harrow with energized munitions because it's busted. If not, energized munitions is crucial. Okay. So we have an Exergis with a multi-shot cold magazine and... okay. Multi-shot cold magazine even. Interesting. So I have an energized munitions wisp. But it's a weird one. I think it will still work. It's the one with the 5 parkour shards. Let me find her real quick. This one, yeah. So it has 5 parkour swords, but that's fine. You can replace her even with another mag capacity mod. Yeah, I fully understood that. Oh shit, this is my main build. I'm not touching that. This is the Pioneers one. Okay. Reload speed. Wait a minute. Primary crux. So the Riven mode is magazine. So we can do primed ammo stock instead. Like this. Which only gives me 1 bullet. Amazing. How does that only give me a bullet? How does that only give me a bullet, by the way? His Riven is like 53%. Do you have 4 or 3? Wait. You have 3 as well. Nah, that's... Bro, that's so sad. What the fuck? I mean, this is the closest I can get, because I just want the 3 magazine. Well, basically, if I went with the other build, I had Toxin instead of Viral. And, you know, that makes a lot of a difference. So this is the closest I can get to your build, Divine. And yeah, we can test it. So I have a Wisp here with energized munitions. Let me see your Arcanes on Harrow so I can copy them. Tempo and Augmented. Wait, Augmented, really? I usually use Rise with this type of setup, but that's fine. Whatever. So, in my opinion, he would use this on a survival. Yep, there we go. It's a survival. And yeah, that looks very cool. That's why it's cool with Harrow. I mean, I have Wisp, so it should be fairly similar. Not the same, but at least fairly similar. I forget the parkour speed on this build. Holy shit. Why were you moving like that? This Wisp has 5 Tau Yellows for parkour speed. It's a bit fast. Oh my god! What is this recoil? Okay. This is goated. This is goated. This is goated. This is goated. The damage of it is really good, actually. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh man, that is funny. Okay. Let me just... Imagine you pick a build like this and you play like that. Oh my god. Holy shit, this is... yeah. I was thinking of doing something like this with Arcane Pistolier, so... Oh my god. That is so funny. Dude, the recoil is crazy. There is like sideways recoil on top of the normal one. Thank you for the bits. What the hell is this? Uh, it's funny controlling the recoil. I can imagine like console players seeing this build and going like, "What the fuck? How can play?" Bro, I can like move. I'm gonna try to move it like all over my screen. Maybe, I don't know, it just does something. Oh my god, okay. So, you know, 100 KPM with this, I'm not very surprised. It even kills this guy very quickly. This is, yeah, okay. Amazing, amazing first build of the week. Jesus. So, Divine. Originality, 9 out of 10. Effectiveness, 9 out of 10. Maybe more, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna revisit this because it's the first build and I don't want to go too high. If I see something that is like very interesting and I want to give it a 9 and it's not as good as this, then I'll boost this thing up. But yeah. Is this your Discord? Yes. This is Build Pioneers. Holy Carp. Cast Prowl, Cloak Arrow at your feet, get kills, stick to walls, make sure Demo has max puncture stacks, should head Bomba, should Cloak Arrow at your feet. Oh, cause you, yeah, okay. You don't have silent battery, man? No silent battery? Okay. Shrapnel shot, galvanized savvy. What is the Riven? Damage projectile Grenier. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see what I can do with this. I'll try my best to replicate it, but no promises, no promises. Projectile speed damage to Greniers. I think the best thing I can do to replicate it is Shotgun Cannonade. It's just way more damage. Yeah. No other thing can replicate it. And then we have Deadhead. And your build wants me to use Ivara. I mean, Boreal said doesn't matter. This has strength, duration, mainly. Crepuscular, Arcane. So he said demos, so we're going to Disruption. Not fun to use because health and energy drain destroy your energy when powered. Yeah. Same as Shield Drain. Same thing with Shield Drain, sadly, but it's fine. Nah, you can't be serious. Wait. I just realized. Wait. This build doesn't have multi-shot. Oh my god, this build doesn't have multi-shot. Bro has no energy. Don't worry, I can fix that. I can come back from this. Really? Up there? Really? Also, no silent battery fucking hurts, man. You can't tell me that you thought this through without silent battery. Oh my god. Yeah, I can do this and shoot, but now they can hear me and they shoot in my direction, yeah? No, they don't? Yeah, they do. See? Who the fuck even has silent battery? Me! I have it! It's really easy to get. Where is bro going? Wait, let me try him with the despair real quick. Hello? Ah, okay. Amazing. I can't. I want to add silent battery. I can't. He went invis with arrow. Yes, it's not possible though. What the fuck? How can you play this? Oh my god. You want me to donate you one? I have 5 of them. The fuck you mean it's not possible? Are you skill issue? I'm shooting and they're shooting back. And I'm a fucking useless ass Ivara without invis. You have Boreal's Hatred, Equilibrium, Energy Nexus, bro. How's build do damage with no mold shot? That's what I'm saying. How are they not shooting me? I don't know. I showed you clearly that I use... Oh my god, I'm on Hydron. I showed you clearly that I shoot Cloak Arrow at my feet, shoot them, and then some guy runs onto the rampart and starts gunning me down like starts gunning me down in the street. So yeah, Holy Carp, I don't know how they're not shooting you, by the way. I might not be getting shot by the demo itself, yes, but I'm getting shot by the ramparts. Like, they get onto the ramparts and they just gun me down. Nah, bro, I'm good. I don't have a skill issue. It's not about having a skill issue. It's about being able to play the game. Because if you Cloak Arrow in front of this thing and shoot, thing shoots you. And you die. That's not a skill issue. That's just what happens. Logi. Okay, 4 million. Not bad. I mean, why am I doing this? I have Prowl now. Like, I didn't play the game. $19.5 million. That was without Arcane, because I tried to do it on this side and I can't do that. So, hey. Not bad. Let's do one more. This time I will get a bit more picky with it. .8 multi-shot, by the way. Yeah. I mean, your build doesn't have multi-shot. So originality-wise, your build is nice. Effectiveness-wise, if it had silent battery, it would be perfect, but right now, without silent battery, this is very sad. Also, holy shit, I'm dying. Help. You got shield, shield drain. Yeah, honestly, really good. Very nice damage, but silent battery issue for Ivara specifically. If it's not Ivara, this build goes hard though, I'm not gonna lie. I'll try it with a Wisp real quick, see what I can get. How do you manage to die? I'm getting shot by ramparts. How many times do we have to see? Roll a tile set where rampart is active and then try to do the same thing. The rampart will just shoot you and you will die. I did? Yeah, no. I don't buy that. Because I literally have confirmation. I shoot, some guy runs to this shit, and then he guns me down and I die. So yeah, it's a rampart issue, basically. For some reason, normal enemies do not shoot you, but some guy runs to the rampart, he fucking guns you down. Probably some Ivara related bug, that's not your fault, but it do what it do, you know. It dealt less. Okay, Prowl. I see you. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with what I saw. So, Holy Carp. That's because no crit, no Crepuscular. This Wisp has Crepuscular. So he has Avenger too, so... No. I think, I mean, without Silent Battery, you make enemies turn to you, but not shoot. It's a Rampart issue, so you can hit. Yeah, no, I saw that. It was good, but Rampart fucking shot me, so yeah. But yeah, as you can see, I have crits, I have Crepusculars. I even have Eclipse here, but I think the Ivara Prowl bonus thing is just way too strong, maybe. Regardless, this build gets an originality of 9.5 and an effectiveness of 8. This is a really, really good build in general. And I think If especially if the Rampart didn't fucking do me dirty like that, it would have been way better. But yeah, Evara definitely skyrocketed this build's damage a lot more than I anticipated. I thought with Wisp I would do more, but I didn't. That was kind of crazy. So Keio, his first build and build pioneers, I think this is a good friend of mine from Asia, so I expect a lot. Pure Blast Exergis submission, because I don't know why not. Oh, there we go. So double galvanized, shotgun elementalist, prime tactical pump. Okay, this is very standard. Bro should have gone blaze on God. Doesn't have it most likely. I'm gonna be real, I don't think he has it. Oh yeah, I don't have prime tactical pump. That's fine. And then so he says Rhino with thermal transfer. What? Use a spare Rhino that has no duration, yeah. Could get higher numbers on initial skills to drive the cold with a primed one, but you need to ramp up primary crux mode to guarantee a blast trigger on hits. Running with Rhino build is by no means perfect for this, and there's probably something better. Just shoot something together real quick to showcase the interaction. Okay, well, we're playing thermal transfer Rhino, I guess. I don't see why, since he built for blast. More blast doesn't increase the proc damage, so I really don't see why we need to go Rhino here, but it's fine. I'll do as he says. Let's go. He doesn't have Prime Bane, right? Yeah, no Prime Bane. Yeah. I don't know Helmet ability and no empowered quivers, so yeah, it's like half full potential power. Eh, kinda. I mean, yeah, Subsume would give a lot, but I don't know what Subsume you would even go for. Honestly, with the build that you had, I could see Webbed Embrace being the best answer on it. Zara's, that one is decent, but I still think Webbed Embrace would be the best. Okay. We're seeing some decent blast procs. 1.5 mil. 1 mil. Yeah, it's pretty good. Nice. Overall, I think this can be a bit more interesting with other frames, but I mean, yeah, more power to you for using Rhino, I guess. This big holistic fanboy, yeah? Bro, about to get 10 effectiveness, stay originality? I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna give him 10 effectiveness. This can be way better as a build. Even like the way he did it, it can be way better. But it's low originality, definitely. But it's okay, it's Keio's first build, you know, so he's excused. The thing about his build is, right, I think thermal transfer has run out, yeah? Yeah, it has. So right now I'm without thermal transfer, look. It's the same. Nothing changed. So like I don't get the need for it. It's literally the same, yeah? I don't like divines where you can like spam a lot. This one, you kind of have to be methodically shooting at enemy head to get the best of the damage because you're using blast, right? So you gotta deal with the recoil, aim a lot more, a bit less comfy in general. Don't know. I know with thermal transfer OP, no weighing. Yeah. It's okay. I think originality of 3.5. I don't think it's very original as a build. Effectiveness, well, I mean, it's thermal transfer, I know, so 7.5. And that's gonna be it. I mean, yeah, it's a build, definitely. I don't know why you would need Rhino in general for this thing. And I can think of a lot of better ways to try and get your blast procs to be a bit better, but I was looking for some niche interaction, thermal transfer, which you said buff elemental damage on top. Guessing it didn't work the way I thought it would. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Thermal transfer, if you proc it and if you don't proc it, it's the same thing. Obligatory Zara's Blast Submission. Pet is your favorite Nautilus with Tazik. Or Nautilus. With a blast. Alright, screw it. At least he's using Chilling Reload. So I can get behind it. So. Do you have anything here? No, you don't. Okay, that's good. So let's see what he built. But actually, did he say Zara? Okay, yeah. Just give me my Zara. I don't know, I feel like this can do a lot. We'll see. We'll see. It's assets. We'll see how well it will do, but I feel like it can do a lot. Let's see. Wait, I didn't check Arcane. Oh no, it is correct. Okay. $3.4 million. See, this build does more than Chaos. And it's not even like the best you can get from something like Blast on this weapon. Although Blast on this weapon is quite funny. But it's kind of common, I feel like. Common knowledge at this point. It's not a Blast build that is blowing my mind at all, but it's definitely a Blast build that is up there, you know? Like, this is stronger than Keio's Blast build. This is not that much more original, but I guess it could. I don't know. It's, yeah. It do what it do, what can I say? It's nice, but I don't know, I feel like you can get way better. But why Nautilus with Tazikor? Does Nautilus matter, or is it just for priming, I guess? I guess he's using it for priming to get better results, but it doesn't really matter too much. Depending on the next weapon, I can do either a 0-0 build or a stupendly fun build. Yeah, I hope the second one, we'll see. Araikawa. Your build gets an originality of 4.5 and effectiveness of 8. Just the upgraded build from Keio. Nothing too crazy still though. It is Exergis, yeah. Alright. Hi, my first submission. It took me a while to format and get all the ingredients. Base from Despair with infinite ammo, blast out of whisper, high status chance. Alright. Okay. Alright, perfect. Nice. Looks good. The status blast. My guy, what is this Riven mod? Not to be this person, but how am I gonna replicate this Riven mod, chat? Somebody let me know. Oh my god. 380% damage on a blast build. There is no way I can get something as good as that. That is crazy. Let's do whatever we can do, cause like damn. Necessary Pistolier, Zada's Whisper Punch Through can use Prime Shred. I don't have it, hence both Riven. Oh. Yeah. He wants me to do that. Well, Prime Shred doesn't go in secondaries, but yeah. Get what he means. There. That's the closest I can get to his. This is 3.3 Punch Through. Way more moldy shot than him. I have 4.3. Less damage. Should be good. So he has Federal Affliction, Swift Deliverance. No, I don't have Swift Deliverance. I need to get it. And Status Chance. I have the Status Chance. Okay. Hornet Strike, Magnum Force to make up for the base damage. I have the extra mold shot. It should at least make up. No Bane, nothing. I wish I had the Despair. It's really fun. You'll see it in action right now. It's really fun. I pass out. I have to get up at 5 AM later. Good night. Have a good stream. Alright. Thank you, Keio. Thank you for the company today, the games, and the Pioneer thing. So, we have no Pistolier. Wait, why do we want Pistolier? Wait, I just realized. This is an Incarnate. Why does Pistolier matter? We want the incarnate, not the non-incarnate, right? I mean, yeah. Wait, it has the same enervate bug. It has the same enervate bug. Oh no, it has the same enervate bug. It cannot stack it as much, but it is there. Wow. Okay, Despair Incarnate, I see you. Still have no idea why we need Pistolier on this when we want to use this, but sure. Looks hella boring, to be honest. I mean, I don't know, I like it. I don't have Zada. No, it might be hella boring, but it's doing the KPM just fine right now. You can say, oh, it's Zada's Blast, yes, but it's good Zada's Blast, yeah? Look at that. Imagine this with fucking Mirage, bro. Imagine this shit with Mirage, I'm just saying. And it charges in like one bullet with my Riven right now. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is really good. This is really good. Why is it green? Because it's more fun that way. Right. That's nice. That's nice. Something to kill Acolytes with? Yeah, I expect that. Acolytes not good with this weapon, but it's fine. This does the killing. It's really good. I mean, it's just not a very original build if you look at the modding. But other than that, it's a very strong build. So the main thing is just like, oh, we're focusing on blast, but that's about it. So bones. Originality, I think a 5. And effectiveness a 9. Really strong. But yeah. Alright, Adry. Despair, pure heat. Oh, Adry did both. Adry did both. Nice. So we can do 2 guns at the same time. And I'll just vote for my favorite one. Since we have that type of submission here. Pure heat blast. Stat piece pair with Rauta and Tenant Grigori / Livia for best results. Riven is crit chance, crit damage, puncture minus ammo maximum. Right. Crit chance, crit damage, puncture minus ammo max. Awesome. I mean, the best thing I can probably do is Magnetic Might, yeah? I don't see anything else. Like, how can I get his Riven? But try my best with this. So you said Rauda and this. Okay. It's pure heat, so let's do a disruption. I think a disruption is gonna be by far the best thing we can do here. Or acidic armor Equinox one. I'll see who I can strip my blue swords from and fucking check it, I guess, you know. I believe. I'm a believer of that build. So the thing about Outburst right now is that apparently we don't have an Arcane. I can use it, but I want to keep it for the demo, you know? That's gonna be the best case. Awesome. Take this. Is it? Optimized router built for building combo, by the way. Alright, let's go find him. Ask me. Wait, what? I expected it to be a bit stronger, not gonna lie. Those heat procs are not hitting for some reason. We'll check another demo, but those heat procs did not hit for some reason. Yeah, those heat procs did not hit. That is weird. Why are they not hitting? Damage of the weapon is not bad, but the heat procs are like really bad. What the fuck? Why the fuck is the encounter ammo so low? I mean, it has to be balanced, yeah? It somehow has to be balanced. Damn. Man, I'm so confused. Let me check his Riven again. Great chance, crit damage, puncture, minus ammo maximum. That's more puncture than heat. I mean, even if he gets red crits, right? I don't know. This is weird. Let's see the Exergis build too. I think that one's gonna fare better, but kinda disappointed that the heat damage is actually not doing much on that one. Electric dot setup. It kills with raw damage because it's that broken. Elemental express cracks with modus setup for a great combo Exergis. Okay. So we see some fire rate, 100% status chance. Riven is status chance, multi-shot. Okay. Status chance, multi-shot, you say. Didn't I have electric on mine? Oh, it's electric first, so it goes magnetic. It's gonna be possible to build then. But yeah, so he has magnetic and electric combo, which is very interesting versus Corpus. I'll tell you why, because whenever the overguard or a shield breaks, then the electricity goes in and then one-shots them, and that's an extremely good combo. But see, now I'm very confused on what to do with the rest. So, like, sure, I have prime point blank here, I guess. But what about the last one? It's status chance multi-shots. The closest thing I can do is add vigilante armaments, which is really not good. It's like 8.1 versus 10.3, but what else do I have? Fucking nothing. So I don't know what to do. It has cracks though, so let's fix that. Also, I ruined my own Exergis build for this. I'm fucking dumb, but it's fine. Alright, let's try it. So many good Rivens. This build, Pioneers. It's kind of hard for me to replicate your guys' builds. I'm not gonna lie. I think this one should still work just fine, but we'll see. Let's kill this Marius target. Oh, not using shit, chief. Thank you, Smida Kavat. Can I get a thank you, Smida Kavat, in the chat? Right, so I'll try it without priming first. I think priming is just gonna one-shot him. I don't see how it's not. If I can pull down. Okay, there we go. See, these are nice DLT procs. I got 960,000 on the electric. That is good. That is good. Good, yeah. It even killed the Rampart. Plus 1 point to this, minus 1 to Holy Carp. What can I say? That's how the rules work. Oog? Oog. Okay. I like this. Magnetic as well is a really good touch for the Xmas units. Yeah, I shot too early. Didn't let the compressor do its thing, but still really good. A lot of recoil, oh my god. Expected nothing less. Expected nothing less. I mean, I like this. I like this. This is... I didn't even use motor setup, I think. Maybe I did without knowing it, but I think I didn't, which is even better, right? I like the motor setup idea. I just didn't have it in my head at that point. Alright, you're definitely getting judged on based on your Exergis Adry, and I think this is gonna get originality of 7.5 and effectiveness of 9. I think this is similar to Divine's in terms of power. Isn't motor setup on double jump? Yeah, exactly. So I probably did. I didn't notice, but even if I didn't, this is still really strong. So yeah, I like it. Pint, no arcane or shard requirement. Second impulse subsume survivable. Throw randomly, then cast pulse. Okay, we need cordon. I hate my life. Okay. Created despair. Okay, this is different. This is different. Create despair. Let's fucking go. So this is what I normally run, and look how it looks like with so low establishments, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Gas. Prime fulmination. Oh, you have piqued my interest already. Sorry. Divine, please stop. Thanks. Thank you. I was about to time you out. Out of points. Ah, GG. Okay. So, sickening pulse. I think I have one. Do I have one? I think I have one. Wait, I have the field build. So, this is survival build. Didn't have a Bane, right? Yes, not bad. Alright, so Sickening Pulse, Despair Crit. Frosty, welcome. I actually caught you live. I love your YouTube videos and how they have helped me learn modding. Hey, that's nice. That's nice. I'm the modding quest before the modding quest, I guess. Oh man. So he says, throw randomly, then cast Sickening Pulse. Doesn't increase the damage of the gas bombs, it seems like. They're still decent. They're not bad gas bombs. But it doesn't increase their damage, sadly. Also, I forget how much energy Sickening Pulse costs. Holy shit. Amount of energy, bro. Holy shit. Alright, wait, let's find a better room, maybe. Because this one is gonna make enemies do that all the time. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can stay on this room, unironically. Okay. Not the craziest damage, especially against the Eczema, but I can dig this, the playstyle. Oh, that looked better. Yeah, okay. If you have a buffer frame and you put Sickening Pulse on it and then you use this can go really hard, but this Wisp and Sickening Pulse that I'm doing right now is sadly not good enough. I hate how low the ammo is. Yeah, me too. But it charges up super quickly, so I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this weapon. It's really fun to shoot, but it has very low ammo, you know? Wouldn't... I mean, I'm doing build pioneers. I'm not... I'm following a person's build that they suggested and trying to see. Okay. That was a 400k proc on that one Xmas. And this Eximus... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I see. You know, it's not the greatest still, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm kind of... It's growing on me. What can I say? Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. What do you think of the new Whiskin? Should I make it already? The latest post I have, guys. I mean, it's yeah, it says everything. The series has made me enjoy Warframe and learn something new every episode. Give it a good work. Thank you, Pint. Glad you're enjoying the series. As Pistolier, although Pistolier doesn't really work again on this. He was also using Garelli. Okay, but he's using Loyal Merlina though, so it doesn't change that much. If he was using Merlina Guardian, that could have been a different story, but with Loyal Merlina I can dig that. Also, Cordon doesn't really help in my opinion. In general, I don't like Cordon on Nautilus. It procs way too often and it can get enemies that get on your way at some point. It's a bit weird, but it's very useful at times, yeah. So this build, Pent is nice. I like how original it is. I wish it was a bit more strong on the damage, but it's really nice. So you get an originality of 8.5 and an effectiveness of 7. This is a really nice usage of the Despair in general, and I wish I can see some other person maybe take this idea and perfect it and make a really strong Despair build out of it. Because I like this in general. I like this. Up next, Echo. Echo, so wait, Araikawa again? Hey man, one build per thing, yeah? Actually, this is Exergis and this is Despair, so I'll take a look at it. I'll let it slide because it's different weapons. It's different weapons, okay? If it was just because of this group, but you know, it's one per weapon. So Despair running it with Gauss 4 duration starts, but honestly could work with any frame. The attack speed and heat damage is so nice though. Arcane precision for base damage because of high damage fire area. We innervate and easily get. It was a swift deliverance, fatal afflictions, and elemental balance. Okay. So the same, but here elemental balance. Okay. Let me see if he has anything too crazy on his Gauss. He has thermal transfer, so yeah. He's building pure heat. Alright, let's test with a prime target factor. Okay. I see. Actually, he has this. Let's not give him extra. Sure shot. Wait, not galvanized shot. What the? Interesting. This is something, definitely. I did not expect to see something like this, but do I like it? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see on the performance. And what he's using is thermal transfer Gauss with precision. 366% duration. Holy shit. So he said, did he say pure heat? Nautilus helps. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about Nautilus. Might be worth it to run galvanized shot, but I honestly I don't know. Yeah, so he is using the heat damage, but says any frame could work. So I'm gonna go Wisp and see if it does work like this. And if it doesn't work, we're gonna go a thermal transfer build on any frame and see if that does work. Or I could go Ember. Ember would be the same thing, technically. I feel like because this is pure heat, it would fare better on Disruption. I'm gonna go there. He also had Near Bane. What am I doing? I should have gone to Disruption directly. I think, in general, a pure heat Despair is really nice. And I think it would be elevated if you tried, or if somebody tried, to do Inherit on it, you know? With a primary... With a weird primary. It can be anything you want, really. I don't know if that would be the most original build, again. Say fellow glass gambit ignorer. Yeah. The only time I did that quest was for the 7-day challenge, nothing else. I wonder if this heat build does better heat procs than Adry's build though. Because on Adry's build, the heat procs were pretty bad. I wanna see here. Oh my god, it's so bad. What? Holy, that is bad. Damn. Fucking unlucky, bro. I think Gauss is hard carrying his build. Not gonna lie. Oh, that is a shame. That is a damn shame. That looked like it was missing mods, bro. Holy shit. This is 100% heat. I don't see how you can do this without any base damage. Even though your heat is high, your base damage is non-existent. So yeah, this is definitely Gauss just hard carrying the build. And I feel like if I did Ember, it would be the same. But I want to keep the video monetized, so I'm not gonna use Ember. Anyways, Echo. Cool idea, but kind of poor execution, sadly. So originality, you get a 7.5, and effectiveness, we give a 3. I'm sorry, I know with, you know, with thermal transfer, it would be way better, but if it cannot stand on its own at all, it's just bad. So the second Araikawa build, this is for the Despair itself, because he did the Exergis, and it was actually, like, pretty good. This is his score currently, 4.5 originality, but 8 effectiveness, because it was a very interesting build, right here. That has Blast Submission, that is very strong. But now we have a Despair Incarnate with over 100% critical chance and Conjunction Voltage. Conjunction Voltage. Electric Magnetic Corpus Disruption. So this, I hope it works. If it does, that's really fucking nice. I don't have a Prime Deck Skull Corpus, so we have to settle with that. But I'm curious to see how this fares. So anti-corpus thingy. Or corpus disruption. Good idea. Let's see if it works. Would it score higher? Or would I prefer the Exergis build? Do you put the Arcane? Yes, I put Conjunction Voltage. The Warframe Arcane. Right. Right, Echo said precision as well. Okay, wait, I trolled. I need to go back to Echo's build as well. After. His build has precision, that's why it does no damage. Alright, Echo, if you're watching this ahead of time, I'm sorry. We'll check again, bro. I'm sure he's probably disliking the video and writing an angry comment right now, but it's fine. I hope you actually reached the point where, you know, that shit happened. Maybe he checks the timestamps and realizes that I did realize. Maybe he knows that I know. Let's see. Also, some person said, okay, but who won? I want to see the time on the timestamps who won. I'm like, yeah, okay, what the fuck? You're just gonna see the winning build then. The point of the series is completely gone. GG. G? Let's see it. Not the greatest. Like, I can't pro Conjunction Voltage enough to max it out. It's really difficult. Especially in a disruption environment. Like, you see, it's like barely not running out now. 33 stacks and it maxed out at 40. I have to be very mobile. Find enemies, 3, 2... Okay. Let's try to maintain max stacks and go for it. Eh. Good idea, but doesn't actually work. Oh, hello gamer. Would using soak modes not be allowed to keep the stacks up? No, it would. It would definitely be. Pet is Dirigar with Tarzicor Viral Electric. Okay, that's how he puts his stacks up. Helmet of choice is Soak with Soak Trooper. Bonus if you have your Warframe has Shield Defense Stream, like Nyx, totally not biased. So if we need a pet Warframe with Subsume ability, all that, it's still not gonna score very high on effectiveness. So I think I'll keep the Exergis build and I'll call it a day. Let me go back to Echo's build though, because I forgot to put precision. God damn it. I wish I kept it somewhere, but gotta build it again. Start digging in your butt. Should work just fine now. Let's see if it's any better. Hopefully it is. Right. It's still pretty bad. Definitely not 3 effectiveness that as I gave it. It's like 4.5, but it's still pretty bad. Sorry, Echo. I'm sorry, Echo. So we have Demon Troll, who is doing an Exergis Banshee with what the fuck? 1/5 Tau purpose for the max damage output. I have only 2 right now. We use a pet for priming. You really should not need it though. Use the cleanse of your personal taste. Blast Electric. Thank you, Zola. Appreciate it. Much love. Let's go to this Exergis build. Galvanize Accelerate. I'm cooked, bro. How am I gonna fit all this, by the way? Alright, then I'll do Gunir, if that's so. And he's... Oh, he does primary cracks. Okay. So this is more or less his build. We're gonna use Banshee, because I don't have purple swords on Banshee, and without those the build doesn't work, I guess, but Evade plus Honor makes sense. I don't have Panzer, I'm fucking trash, it's fine. I'm surprised people haven't used the Adry mods for headshot demo build. Oh, you mean on Despair? Yeah. Same, to be honest. I actually expected to see that. It has 3 ammunition, which is nice. So am I expecting something similar to Divine's build, or am I expecting something else? Let's see. I'm getting mostly electrics. But yeah, there is a blast perk, but the waiting with 5 Tau purples, it does not it. The damage is also not it either. I saw a 400k, but you know, I've seen 2 million from this thing on a non-optimized blast Zada build, so I don't think it's that impressive. Remember, you're missing huge crit chance and crit damage from Sonar and Evade? Yeah, but this is an Exergis build, not a Sonar and Evade build, sir. If you're telling me you need to use Sonar Evade in order to make this work, then that's not gonna get as high of a effectiveness as another build that doesn't need Sonar and Evade to be viable, you know? Makes sense. Still, it's not the greatest, especially because of the waiting. I think the waiting is the biggest problem. I think not even using a purple sword would be way better on this. Because I personally, unless you're doing Corpus as you did with a primed expel Corpus. You said anything in the rules? Yeah, of course, but the build should stand its ground too, you know? You can use anything, but you're not gonna score as high if you're using, like, one of the most OP combinations for damage in the game. Like, Sonar plus Evade. Come on. Sonar is the biggest damage amplifier in the entire game. Your damages might be better than mine, and it makes sense, but that's because of Sonar. That's not because of a better Exergis build. You gotta understand it. Exactly, builds get judged mainly on the weapon. If the setup elevates it and makes it like omega broken level because of that, that's good, but the setup is basically carrying it from what I can see right now. Because I'm using Wisp with five purple swords, and as you can see, the electric procs are first of all the dominant ones, which means I'm getting no blast procs, which is bad, especially for something like a survival. And the blast procs itself, whenever I'm getting them, they're not that high. They're just not that high. And yeah. Ideally, if you wanna make the weapon shine, I've told people before, but ideally if you wanna make the weapon shine the most, you should try and make the main buffing thing your subsume, because if the subsume is the only thing that's needed for the buff, that's gonna make the build look way better in the end, because it's replicatable by every other warframe, right? If my build needs lava specifically, then that's not gonna be as good as my build needing roar specifically, you know? This with roar could work, but it still has the issue of the waiting. That's the main problem, to be honest. The 5 purples. I think with 2 purples, this might be like more ideal. Because you're waiting. Where was your waiting? Right here. Yeah, you have more blast than electricity. Or you have a tiny bit more electricity than blast, rather. If I go on mine, I have 13,000 electricity and 3,000 blast. It's not even close, so yeah. Unless you're removing blast, going pure electric, and doing this a disruption setup, this doesn't sadly work. But it's still a cool idea, so we're gonna get an originality of 8. I like the idea of using the purple swords with blast, but it sadly didn't work, so effectiveness is gonna get a 4. So, nice try. Next, Legend 27, which is a... Wait, what? Why did bro send a torrent? Bro said... What the fuck? that's a torrent. I don't know. Maybe she looked at the previous week and thought we were still doing the torrent non-incarnate stuff, but that's over, sadly. I'm sorry, Legend. So Rianrain, or Rianrain, I don't know what's called you, but double sound duration modes, pet just needs to not distract enemies and have tenacious mode. Most Nova modes particularly needed just enough strength for max enemy speed boost, so energy for convenience and sank duration modes. No Arcane stars needed. Expel modes can be picked, can be any. I just okay. Projectile encounter upgrade is meant to be reload. Okay. So one thing I was hoping to see was the utilization of this upgrade, which gives the extra multi shots But I think people got scared because of the multi-shot consumes ammo directly from capacity and does plus 100% damage. That is usually a scary upgrade to pick up because they're like, oh, my ammo is gonna deplete directly. But because this weapon literally goes into encounter form with one bullet, this is just extra multi-shot directly for your encounter form and it can work really well. I'm kind of sad that I didn't see it, but it's fine. I'm just saying. So it has lethal momentum, which is the projectile speed node. I can't fit it, sadly. So that's the only thing that I'm missing, but I don't think 40% projectile speed is gonna make the biggest of differences. So we can see what this does right now, yeah? You switch to this. See if they want me to use anything in particular. They have a Nova with pistol amp, actually, and precision, okay. No, it's not precision, crepuscular. Oh, Quiver, what the fuck? Gashabe left the server for some reason. Yeah, so I was very sad. I was very sad when I saw. If Gashabe sees this, please come back, bro. I miss you already. It was like a staple in Build Pioneers, in my opinion, and I don't know why he left it. I'm just really sad to see it. I mean, hopefully it's something to do with the game itself and not me. I don't think I did something to him, but hopefully I didn't, you know? Never used Quiver, there's definitely potential. I wanna die. How the fuck do I not have Quiver subsum? I had normal Avara. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll have to do evade, sadly. It's not gonna be as good because I have to aim for headshots with evade to keep up the thing, but what can I do? Damn, bro, what? That is sad. I was so down to try Quiver. Right, so here it is. The Arcane Crepuscular Enervate Despair with Gas and Nova. Let's see it. I'm very curious to see if it actually works, not gonna lie. This will 100% work, it's Nova. Yeah, but I want to see how good it is, yeah? Because the setup itself is quite interesting. Yeah. Nova moment. Holy shit, Nova moment. You know, evade actually works because the gas procs can headshots. See that? I was aiming in no man's land, but because gas proc headshotted, I killed him and got evade stack. That's nice. Weird style set, not gonna lie. How long does the gas cloud stay? Quite long. It's still going. It's still going. Okay, it's stopped. Okay. This is not bad. This is definitely amplified a lot by the fact that we're using Nova. But I like it. It's basically what the other gas build wanted to do, but this one actually did it. Still, the damage to Eximus units is quite low though, so. Viral? That's from my Panzer, so. This build doesn't have viral. Okay. So if I did this versus something like Corpus, this would be absolutely insane, not gonna lie, but I like this. This is basically called a Poxed, yeah? Alright. Okay. So, Rianrain. We're not gonna pass Divine, so Divine is our winner, but this gets an originality of 9, effectiveness of 8. So, Divine, you probably could have scored higher, but I still think your build was by far the strongest of today. By far the best, so you're the clear winner. And yeah, really good job. His winning build, if you guys didn't catch it, is this Exergis build. Which, you know, if you see it and you notice that it has 3 ammo, primary crux, and he's using Harrow with energized munitions, you will realize that you can do this. I am sending this to Sergeant Khan right now. That is amazing. He would love something like this, so I'm just sending him that 100%. So yeah, great job, Divine. So before we showcase the newest weapon, I'm gonna show what builds I cooked up for the Exergis and the Despair. So this was my Exergis build. I know it's looking weird, but remember when I picked the Exergis, Adry typed in my chat that I wonder if somebody would do a crit Exergis build. So I took the idea and tried it. And this is what I came up with. Avenger Crepuscular, obviously, and Vigilante mods for maximum amount of critical hits to enhance primary weapons. No actual Vigilante mods on the build, but yeah. The idea behind it is that it's actually a slash build through 100 munitions. And it worked quite well, so I'm gonna showcase that first real quick. I don't... Actually, yeah, this was completely different, if I remember correctly. Oh no, this was also a disruption build of viral heat, so I can show this at the same time, right? So this is self-priming Despair with viral heat type shit. Because of the OP Reven I tried Blast and it was really interesting, but I really like the viral heat and Cumber setup a lot more. I feel like it did so much more for this, and it self-primed, then Galvanized Shot did its thing, and it was really cool in general. So we're gonna show both builds at the same time, since we can do that. So the Despair is a very interesting one. Oh yeah, wait, I fucked up. I fucked up with the Exergis. The Exergis needs a primer. I fucked up. Sorry. We'll redo the Exergis. I should just show the Despair. Because the Exergis has primary Frostbite that is coming from the primer directly, not the Exergis itself. So, yeah. So this is what the Despair does. Bit less than 1 mag, but the heat procs are actually like heating this time. I saw some hit builds from the Despair on the build pioneers, but they didn't hit quite like this one. This one hits. And it can hit better if I do some hit inherit shenanigans, but I didn't. No need. Hello, Logi. The interesting part about this Despair specifically is that, as you can see, it crits a lot. And the reason why it crits a lot is because I'm using the mod, I think Jagulous Pints it's called? Basically, it's plus puncture, and it has a balanced heat puncture setup. Yeah, this thing. So you see, heat is 113, puncture is 164, and viral is 191. Even though heat is so low, it still has enough heat damage to get through with prime target cracker, the extra damage from puncture, and all that. So yeah, it worked just like that pretty well with just Avenger forcing the crit. So I'm gonna swap this to the Compressor Prime to see what this thing actually does, and the Adarzakat, which was used for my setup and is mandatory, which makes it not as good to run on its own, but definitely more interesting to force crits with. And of course, the cold procs will force crit damage, the primary frostbite will force more multi-shot, more crit damage. We'll see. Okay. Interesting. Bubblegun my goat, it do be goated. So now with Adarza crits, we're seeing some interesting orange-red crits territory. And when the Arcane pops up, then yeah, things are happening. I'm gonna try to keep it so I can do minimal priming on the actual targets, because, you know, I don't need it. Please, please. Okay, nice. So that is with one bullet from the thingy, from the from the funny bubble gun. One compressor bullet does that, and we see 800k slash bar. So, you know, you could wonder how much you want about what's the max damage this build can get if you're like gonna max out all the priming and stuff, but you're not gonna see it. The target will be dead before you see it, because it's that strong. And then if you want, with this build, you can use Expedite Suffering, which makes it even better. Because then all the bleed proc is dealt to the target directly and multiplied. It didn't deal bleed. How did that happen? I didn't deal a single bleed proc, by the way. I think it was heat procs from the compressor that killed him. Ironic. How the fuck did that happen? I crit him like every bullet. What the fuck? How unlucky am I? Okay, one more. Anyways, yes. Force/Hunter Munitions Exergis with forcing crit from outside sources. It actually fucking works. Why? It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. So yeah, that was my Exergis and my Despair builds. Outside of Divine's builds, I also did pretty well. On the Despair, I didn't do that well. I think a lot of people on the Despair had better build than mine, but it's okay. My Exergis stuff was... This is pretty bold. It's pretty nice. But I'm definitely keeping Divine's build. I'm gonna check it and then send it to my goat Sergeant Khan so you can check it out, because I think you would love it. I'm gonna hide the screen as always and pick you guys the next weapon for Build Pioneers. You guys will choose through a poll on the stream. So give me 2 minutes to put the weapons in and we will see what the next Build Pioneers weapon is. So the poll is up. Let me show you guys what you guys have to vote for. So, we have, just like last week, the Vesper without the leaded gas augment. But the leaded gas is not allowed. Then, this week is focusing mainly on snipers. So we have Lanka, one of the OG favorite snipers and the OG Idol Hunter. Vectis Prime, which is similar to the Lanka as it has extra headshot damage when you zoom in. And we also have the fan favorite Null Prime. So, mainly Sniper Week, you guys have to go some kind of sniper build, and you guys have to blow me away with whatever you come up with. Obviously, accuracy builds are the meta on those sniper builds, so going non-accuracy would be more original than going accuracy in this time. And yeah, we'll see what you guys can come up with. So votes are happening right now. You guys have 1 more minute left. Let's see what we get. The poll is over, and the clear winner is the Vectis with 3 votes and 2 votes more than the rest of the weapons. So your guys' next weapon will be the Vectis Prime. I should have said Prime, but you know. This is what you guys have to deal with. Anything and everything is allowed except for Prime Chamber. Unless one of you wants to lend me Prime Chamber for the test. Would you like to do that? Then sure, I'll allow Prime Chamber. So, let me make the post. Post is done. Prime Chamber is 100% extra damage on the first shot, which is multiplicative. It's basically a mod made for the Vectis Prime, as it only has 2 magazine capacity, and you can use depleted reload to decrease your magazine capacity by going like this and using this here, and you see you have 1, so then you have Charge Chamber in there, and you get extra 100% multiplicative damage, which is interesting. But yeah, since it's so expensive and I don't have it, unless you guys want to give it to me for the test itself, like lend it over, then I will not accept. Okay? Sounds good? Great. Once again, those watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching another episode of Build Pioneers. These are really fun to do, especially live streaming it. And I hope we can continue this series as normal. And I'm sorry that I left you all in the dark for so long, but I was bored of the game. So, once again, thank you all so much, and I will see you on the next video.